Hello, welcome to Michael Grubbs Makes Things. My name is Michael Grubbs. This is my weekly YouTube podcast where I talk about what was on my calendar for last week and what's on my calendar for the week to come. Today's kind of a catch-up because I've had basically the last few weeks off. As you guys know, I was traveling a lot, so sorry I haven't been here, but I'm back. And a lot has happened. We have a lot to cover today. First off, the last time I talked was Election Day. So Election Day happened, and that's that. Yeah, I don't even know why I mentioned that because I've got nothing. My mom said if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. So I'll move on. Icon in Chicago was amazing. It was so much fun to go there to connect with all my friends from Montreal again. It's so cool to hang out with those guys. One of my favorite stories from the trip was I took a trip to Wrigley Field after the first big day of events there, and I was with James Lafferty, Stephen Coletti, and Brett Claywell. Brett, who I actually met there, I didn't know him before, is a super great guy, super fun. So we head out to Wrigley Field. It's a little bit of a trip, and we get there, and we're all kind of taking selfies. It's super late, and everyone has been kind of partying everywhere around us. So we're taking pictures, and I see this couple over at the side. It's this woman and her husband, and he's taking a picture of her in front of the Wrigley Field sign. And so I went over trying to be a gentleman or whatever, and I was like, hey, if you want, I'll take a picture of the two of you together. And the guy was like, oh, that's really sweet, I appreciate it. So they go and they pose, and then the woman looks at me right before I take the picture, and she's like, wait a minute, are you? And then she looks over and sees James. She goes, is that? And she sees Steven. She goes, oh my God. And then she sees Brett everywhere, everything. She's freaking out. And it turns out they were a couple that had really wanted to go to the convention, and they didn't. They weren't able to, get all the cash together for it or whatever, I guess. And so it was kind of like a needle in a haystack, her falling into meeting a bunch of her favorite cast members and me there. But anyway, it was a super, super sweet story. It was really fun. After that, I headed off to Montreal, where I played with my new favorite band in Montreal, Beyries. Such a cool band. I'll put their link below. You should check them out. But thanks to everyone in Montreal for making that a killer night. It was so much fun. Last Tuesday, the Nectars, this band that I've been working with and telling you about, had their first ever showcase in New York City. This is really fun for me because it was at a club called Pianos, which actually is the first club that I ever sold out in New York. It was my first ever sold out show ever. Yeah, so it was so much fun to be there and be on the other side of that kind of experience with them and to kind of I don't know, it was really fun to see it from the other angle and to support them through that. I'm so excited for everything they have to come. Yeah, the other crazy thing is that sold out show was a co-headline with Casey Shea, who everyone knows Casey Shea, one of my favorite artists, talk about him all the time. He and I collaborated on the I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm, the Irving Berlin cover off of our covers episode 1, which is out now. And also Sunday was his birthday, so happy birthday, Casey. How random is all that stuff? It's like too many little connected things, but I had to mention them all because they're all so good. So today I go back to work on Gil's Off-Right Diner, a book that I'm kind of working into a musical right now. I'm trying to. I got to meet with the author of the book, Alex. He was so cool, such an awesome guy, a really interesting guy, fun to talk to. And yeah, so anyway, today I go back to a meeting with one of my collaborators on that, and we're kind of continuing to work the plot. Yeah, and everything else that's happening behind the scenes. It's a ton of stuff right now, but it's all really fun and exciting as I get ready for the holiday season. But anyway, thanks for checking in. That's what's been on my calendar for the last few weeks, and I will continue to post next week and into the holidays. I will see you next Tuesday at 2 p.m. for the next episode of Michael Grubbs Makes Things. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Bye.